Hello, guys. So, I would like to address the fact that the majority of the comments being left in my video about Jody Hildebrandt are in relation to the church and how evil the church is and how it's a cult. That is something that I'm more than willing to listen to, but the fact is, the people who are saying these things about the church, they don't know anything about the church. Let's just make that clear. If you do not know what the proclamation to the world is, you don't know what the church believes. If you don't know how baptisms and endowments and other temple ordinances work, you don't know what the church believes. If you've never read the Book of Mormon, you don't know what the church believes. If you've never read the Doctrine and Covenants, if you've never read the Pearl of Great Price, if you've never read the Articles of Faith, you don't know what the church believes. If you can't tell me what the first vision was, then you don't know what the church believes. This is not me feeling insulted that you guys don't know these things. I don't care. I would like for you to know these things. But what it really boils down to is people are accusing me of believing things that I don't believe in. And I want to clarify. I believe in the first vision, a proclamation to the world. I believe in temple ordinances. I believe in baptisms. I believe in the Holy Spirit. And I believe in Jesus Christ, which also, by the way, makes us Christian. We're a Christian religion. So for people who are saying, I need to find Christ, read the book. Read the Book of Mormon. It is full of Christ's teachings. Specifically, it is called the Book of Mormon, another testament of Jesus Christ. So what doesn't make sense to me is the people who are making these comments have no idea what's going on in the church. You don't know the doctrine. If you don't know the doctrine, how can you possibly know what Jody Hildebrandt teaches has anything to do with the doctrine? I'm telling you that I go to church, and when I go to church, it doesn't align with what Jody's saying. Yet people are saying that I'm naive, and that I'm ignorant, and that I'm stupid because I'm young. Maybe I am stupid, naive, and ignorant because I'm young, but it has nothing to do with this church. It has nothing to do with the fact that you guys can't tell me what you're even fighting against. If you have not read the Book of Mormon all the way through, you cannot tell me what I believe. If you have not been to the temple, you cannot tell me what I believe. You just can't. You guys don't even know who I am. And you guys don't even know my first name. Yet you're making all these assumptions about who I am and what I believe and whether or not I actually have any common sense in my brain. I'm not offended by this. I know it sounds like it because I'm defending myself, but I'm confused. I just want to clarify for everyone that you can't make assumptions about everyone's beliefs if you don't even know anything about them. It's like me blaming Muslims because of 9/11. 9/11, was that talked about in the Quran? I don't know. I haven't read the Quran. But if I just said that they're part of a cult and they're all evil jihadists, what would you guys have to say about that? You wouldn't like me calling Muslims who are peaceful jihadists who want to kill the entire planet. You wouldn't say that. But because I'm a white Christian male or a Mormon, it's easy to just throw shade as if everything that we do is crazy and everything you do is perfect and sunshine and rainbows, when in reality, you don't even know what we believe and you're hating on it. Do you know what we believe? Can you parrot back to me what we believe? Maybe some former members can. Former members have a little bit more credibility, I will admit, because they're the ones who actually sat through the lessons, right? But given the fact that we've established that church leadership can be flawed at times, maybe not the apostles and the prophets, maybe. You guys can argue that if you want. What I will say, though, is that church leaders make mistakes. It's obvious they make mistakes, or else Jody Hildebrandt never would have even been a part of this whole situation with the church. I can't give you the answers as to why she was being recommended by the church. You help me find that out, because I'm not blind to what's going on. I want to know just as bad as everybody else does, maybe more, because I was a part of it. So I want to make very clear to everyone that you need to understand what accusations you're making before you make them. Because I don't come and look at your profile picture and assume that you're anything based off of that. I don't watch one YouTube video you post and go, dang, man, he must, like, that girl, that guy, they must really believe in Satanism or in, I don't know, freaking, that's a bad example, but what I'm saying is I don't make assumptions about you without knowing you. And if you make assumptions about what I believe without asking me, that's not a conversation. That's an attack, and it's a little bit weird. So all I gotta say is that you guys need to be more careful, not because you're offending me. By all means, offend me. That's fine. Just say whatever you want. That flag, that American flag, it gives you every right to do so. But what I will say is that you need to start paying attention to what you're saying and actually know, do I have any information and evidence to back up what I'm saying? Have I even read the Book of Mormon? Have I even read the Proclamation of the Family? I got it right there on my wall. Have you even read that document? Do you even know what we believe about families? Because the Proclamation of the World that sits right behind me, that's word of God from the prophets about families, has nothing to do with the philosophy of Jody. Yet you're telling me that you know better than me after spending zero time in a church. Why? Because you watch the news? I'm living this gospel. I could do better at living it. I'm not perfect at it. In fact, I'm not really perfect at it at all. I'm not very good at it. I'm working on myself. And it's frustrating that people are making so many assumptions about what I believe or about what people in my church believe or my cult, because you guys just want to throw that word out there. Like, are you being productive? Are you actually making a dialogue that we can have a back and forth conversation about? Or are you just trying to throw shade and then run? It's like a drive-by shooting. It's like, okay, well, I can't fire back, but that's not really why I'm here. I'm here to spread information about Jody and my circumstances. But yeah, I'll definitely stand on this hill. This is a hill I'm willing to die on, that the church has a lot of good to offer people. If it didn't have good to offer people, I wouldn't be a part of it. If I thought it was twisted and distorted and evil, I wouldn't be a part of it. And if I ever find evidence that it's doing things that are blatantly malicious and evil, and that everything that these people in the comment section say are true, I'll leave the church. But I don't have the evidence. I have faith in what I believe, and that's enough for now. But I think critically about these issues. This is very serious stuff we're talking about. And if I'm going to raise my children, I have to always question things, because they're on the line if I make bad decisions. So I would pretty much say in every situation in life, you need to know what you're talking about before you open your mouth, because you're just insulting people and trying to give advice that's not only unsolicited but not even accurate, and it's based in an ignorant place, and it's unfortunate. Whether you like me, love me, hate me, respect me, denounce me, you don't know me very well. You know me from 36 minutes of me talking to a camera, and you're not even asking for any clarification to most of you. Isn't that sad? This is how we destroy the ability to have conversations with one another, because we're more focused on being right than we are focused on hearing the other side of the argument. Now, if you'll excuse me, since I'm brainwashed and obviously I don't have an opinion of my own, I'm just going to call the church and see if it's okay for me to post this. Obviously that's not going to happen, because I can say whatever I want. And I'm not a representative of the church. I'm just a guy who's a part of the church, who's striving in every way to better my life, and I believe in the core philosophies and doctrine of the church, regardless of what everyone else wants me to believe. So you can keep talking down to me and everyone around me about how we don't know this and we don't know that, and we're awful and we don't pay attention, and we're naive and stupid and blind. Or you can actually have a dang conversation and try to actually form opinions that may be new to you. Because it's a little bit embarrassing seeing full-grown adults act like children. I'm 22, but honestly, I do not know how old you people are, but the maturity level in this comment section is absolutely insane. And I don't want to get contentious about it. I would much rather just we have real conversations with actual dialogue. But just saying I'm part of a cult, you're part of a cult, you're part of a cult, you're part of a cult. Do you guys have some creativity? At least give me some new insults, please. Like, please try something different because everyone else is commenting the same thing you did. So, way to jump on the bandwagon. I really appreciate your wasting your time leaving a comment. But it doesn't affect my faith in the gospel because it's not about the church is just a word. What we're really chasing after is the light of Christ and being a Christ-like person. That's what I'm chasing. The church is a means to that end. And they know it too. And if they don't, well, then they got problems. But the church is a means to an end. Because the real thing is about receiving the atonement of Jesus Christ, taking ourselves and improving ourselves constantly, and progressing eternally. That's what we believe in. So tell me I'm in a cult one more time, or 2 more times, or 100 more times. It's not going to do anything different. I'm not even, I come across as mad, I get that. And yeah, I'm a little bit frustrated. But for the most part, I'm just like sad that you guys are never going to try to understand. Ignorance is bliss. So I hope everyone can open their hearts and minds to try to have a dialogue rather than just continuing to leave comments that really add no value to anyone on either side of the argument. And by the way, we're not arguing about the church here. We're also just talking about Jody Hildebrandt. Child abuse. I mean, if we want to talk about important topics, that's what we should be focusing on. I have been addressing the issues with the church as well. But ultimately, there's not much more to be said because nobody wants to know what I have to say. So feel free to comment and engage in a healthy way or in an unhealthy way, whatever you guys are mature enough to do. But just understand that this is a little bit ridiculous. And you guys really don't know me, and you don't know what I believe, and you don't even know what the church believes because you're not trying to. All I ask for is a little bit more effort because this is getting out of hand, and it's embarrassing. Thank you for your time, and I hope you have a wonderful day.